Imagine a cake that captures the essence of a Scandinavian autumn. The aroma of cinnamon and apples baking fills the air. This is the magic of the Scandinavian honey cream orange caramel apple cake. This delicious treat combines the comforting flavors of apples and cinnamon with a unique twist. Honey, a staple in Scandinavian baking, adds a delicate floral sweetness. The creamy frosting infused with orange zest brings a burst of sunshine to every bite. This cake is more than just a dessert, it's a celebration of Scandinavian culinary heritage. It's a reminder of cozy gatherings with loved ones, sharing stories and laughter over a warm slice of cake. The use of simple, wholesome ingredients reflects the Scandinavian appreciation for nature's bounty. This recipe is easy to follow, even for beginner bakers. So why not bring a touch of Scandinavia to your kitchen? Let's embark on a baking journey filled with delicious discoveries. Before we begin our baking adventure, let's gather our ingredients. Having everything ready and within reach will make the process smoother and more enjoyable. We'll need staples like flour, sugar, and eggs. These are the building blocks of our cake, essential for creating the perfect texture and flavor. These form the foundation of our cake, providing structure and richness. Sifting the flour ensures a light and airy batter, while the eggs add moisture and bind everything together. Unsalted butter, softened to a smooth texture, promises a tender and melt-in-your-mouth crumb. It's crucial to use unsalted butter to control the saltiness of our cake. The star of our show, of course, is the apples. Fresh, crisp apples will bring a natural sweetness and a delightful crunch to our cake. Choose a variety like Granny Smith or Honeycrisp for the perfect balance of sweetness and tartness. These apples hold their shape well during baking, ensuring a pleasant texture. Their juicy flesh will lend moisture and a delightful fruity flavor to the cake. Freshly juiced apples can also enhance the overall taste. A touch of cinnamon, the heart of autumnal baking, adds warmth and spice. This aromatic spice will infuse our cake with a cozy, comforting flavor. For the frosting, we'll use a blend of unsalted butter, powdered sugar, honey, and heavy cream. This combination creates a luxuriously smooth and creamy texture. that complements the moist cake beautifully. The honey adds a subtle floral sweetness. A hint of orange zest in the frosting adds a bright citrusy note that cuts through the sweetness. This zest will elevate the flavor profile of our cake. Finally, for the caramel drizzle, we'll need granulated sugar, water, heavy cream, and a touch of butter. This rich and glossy caramel will be the crowning glory of our cake. This simple yet decadent topping adds a touch of magic to our Scandinavian cake. The caramel drizzle not only looks beautiful, but also adds a deliciously sweet finish. Now that our ingredients are prepped, let's create the heart of our dessert, the cake. This process is both an art and a science, requiring precision and a bit of love. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 175 degrees Celsius. This step is crucial to ensure that the cake bakes evenly from the start. Next, grease a 9 by 13-inch baking pan. You can use butter or oil, whichever you prefer. Make sure to spread the grease evenly. This ensures our cake won't stick and will bake evenly, giving us a perfect base. In a mixing bowl, whisk together the flour, baking powder, baking soda, and salt. These dry ingredients are the foundation of our cake. These dry ingredients work together to give the cake its structure and a light, airy texture. The balance here is key to achieving the perfect crumb. In a separate bowl, cream together the softened butter and sugar until the mixture is light and fluffy. This step is essential for incorporating air into the batter. This creates air pockets in the batter, resulting in a tender crumb. The more you cream, the lighter your cake will be. Beat in the eggs one at a time, ensuring each is fully incorporated before adding the next. Then add the honey, orange juice, and vanilla extract. These ingredients add moisture, sweetness, and a depth of flavor to the cake. The honey and orange juice bring a unique twist to the traditional recipe. Gradually add the dry ingredients to the wet ingredients, mixing until just combined. This step is crucial to avoid overworking the batter. Be careful not to overmix, as this can make the cake tough. Gentle mixing ensures a tender and moist cake. Fold in the chopped apples and nuts if using. These add-ins provide texture and bursts of flavor in every bite. Pour the batter into the prepared pan and spread it evenly. This ensures an even bake and a uniform cake. Bake for 30 to 35 minutes or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. This is the moment of truth for our cake. The aroma of cinnamon and baking apples will fill your kitchen, signaling that the cake is almost ready. This is one of the most delightful parts of baking. Once baked, allow the cake to cool completely in the pan before frosting. Patience here will pay off in the final presentation. This prevents the frosting from melting and ensures clean, beautiful layers. Your cake is now ready to be enjoyed. A true masterpiece from batter to golden perfection. Section 4, whipping up honey cream frosting, a symphony of sweetness. As our cake cools, let's prepare the honey cream frosting. In a large bowl, beat together the softened butter and powdered sugar until light and fluffy. This creates a smooth base for our frosting. Add the honey, heavy cream and vanilla extract, beating until the frosting is light and airy. The honey adds a delicate floral sweetness, while the heavy cream creates a luxuriously smooth texture. Finally, stir in the orange zest. The zest adds a burst of fresh, citrusy flavor that complements the sweetness of the frosting beautifully. Once the cake has cooled completely, frost it generously with the honey cream frosting, ensuring an even layer. This frosting not only adds sweetness, but also acts as a blank canvas for our final touch, the caramel drizzle. Section 5, the art of caramel. Creating a golden drizzle. Making caramel can seem daunting, but with a little patience and attention, it's easy to master. In a small saucepan, combine the granulated sugar and water over medium heat. Cook, stirring occasionally until the sugar dissolves and the mixture turns a light amber color. Be careful not to stir too vigorously, as this can cause the sugar to crystallize. Once the caramel reaches the desired color, carefully add the heavy cream and butter, whisking constantly. The mixture will bubble vigorously, so be cautious. Continue to whisk until the caramel is smooth and glossy. Remove the caramel from the heat and let it cool slightly before drizzling. This will allow the caramel to thicken slightly, creating the perfect consistency for drizzling. Section 6, assembling the masterpiece, a layered delight. Our cake is cool, the frosting is ready, and the caramel is waiting patiently to be drizzled. Now is the time to assemble our masterpiece. Carefully remove the cooled cake from the pan. Pour the slightly cooled caramel sauce over the frosted cake, allowing it to drip down the sides. The contrast between the creamy white frosting and the golden caramel drizzle creates a visually stunning dessert. You can get creative with your drizzling, making patterns, or simply letting the caramel flow naturally. Section 7, a celebration of flavors, cultural significance and final touches. The Scandinavian honey cream orange caramel apple cake is more than just a dessert. It's a celebration of flavors and traditions, a true embodiment of Scandinavian culinary heritage. The cake itself, with its moist crumb and cinnamon-spiced apples, speaks of cozy autumn days, evoking memories of family gatherings and festive occasions. The honey, a staple ingredient in Scandinavian baking, adds a delicate floral sweetness that elevates the cake to new heights, making each bite a delightful experience. The creamy frosting, infused with the bright flavor of orange zest, cuts through the richness of the caramel, creating a harmonious balance of flavors that dance on your palate. And finally, the caramel drizzle, with its deep, almost smoky sweetness, adds a touch of magic and indulgence, making the cake truly unforgettable. This cake is best enjoyed warm, perhaps with a dollop of whipped cream or a scoop of vanilla ice cream, enhancing its comforting and luxurious qualities. Each bite is an explosion of textures and flavors, a testament to the beauty of simplicity and the joy of baking, reminding us of the warmth and love that goes into homemade treats. So, gather your ingredients, put on your apron, and embark on a Scandinavian baking adventure. You won't be disappointed. This cake is not just a recipe, it's a journey into the heart of Scandinavian culture and tradition.